On the biggest stage of where legends are made, creating legacies that never fade. Trails are blazing, those that dominate the era become the standard bearers, providing inspiration for future generations. They start imitating and innovating their games for the love of the sport, not the fortune or the fame. No finger pointing, no blame, no need for these excuses. We're ghosts. Don't tell us that they're the GOAT, because they proved it every year, improving. Schooling their competition, not only do they cook, they're known to run the kitchen, night in and night out, silencing the doubt and all the naysayers, cause they're transcendent players. Welcome to Phenomenal Sports, my phenomenal people. You know what it is. It's your host, Phenomenon. We on our grown folks-ish, discussing sports with context, dispelling the lies as we analyze these different sports. Like and subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. Leave a comment and share your perspective. Whether I agree or disagree, all viewpoints are welcome.
From Dustin Nielsen, why is ring culture so much more prevalent in the NBA than in other sports?
Let me answer this. Well, Dustin, it's because in basketball, you play offense and defense. So you can impact the game more than in any other sport. In football, you play only on one side of the ball, offense or defense. Soccer, it's a little different. Baseball, a lot of moving pieces. Every other sport, when you look at it, unless it's an individual sport, every other team sport, you have multiple moving pieces. So it's harder to really differentiate how impactful a player is. All you can do is look at their individual stats and what they contribute and how much they contribute to their team's success. So in baseball, yes, you would look at Barry Bonds. In football, it's hard to judge the wide receivers off championships because they play a dependent position. The quarterback gets the majority of the credit. And even in that sport, they look at the quarterback and they measure them by championships. So in other sports, they do measure it. But basketball, the most, because it's 5 players from your team versus 5 players of their team. And then one individual can impact the outcome of a game more in that sport than any other sport. Because he could lock down on defense and score on offense. That's why they look at Michael Jordan the way we do. Because Michael Jordan actually played both ends of the floor. So he's going to shut down his man and score. That's very impactful. That's why ring culture is more prevalent in basketball than in other sports. But ring culture is prevalent in all sports.
I don't know why it's discussed so much in our sport and why it's the all be all of everything. Like, okay, you weren't a great player if you never won a championship.
Yeah. What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
First of all, this is bullcrap. Because you know good and well what you're doing here. So you're trying to make it seem like the toxic basketball community says if you don't win a championship, you're trash. That's never happened. Who said that? Even haters of yours, quote unquote haters, the critics of LeBron James, don't say that. Old heads don't say that. I don't hear new school cats saying that. I don't hear anybody saying that of any generation stating that if you don't have a championship, you're trash. Allan Iverson gets his props. Charles Barkley gets his props. John Stockton gets his props. Basketball-wise, Karl Malone gets his props. All the guys that are ringless get their props. It's just it's levels. Championships put you in a different category, just like MVPs. Defensive Player of the Year, all defense teams, all NBA teams, all-star teams. It's like we understand there are great players that don't make a lot of all-star appearances. There are all-time great players that careers were cut short. Grant Hill, Penny Hardaway, where we didn't get to see Derrick Rose, where we didn't get to see everything they did. But for the most part, if you have a good career, you have a career that is good and long enough, then you're going to make the top 75. So they're still going to give you credit for being a great ball player. There are guys that have made the top 75 that did not win championships. Reggie Miller's on that list. Dominique Wilkins. Like, there's guys that didn't win championships that are still recognized as all-time greats. So what are you talking about?
Or if you won one, then you can't be in the same conversation with this person. It's like
a bullshit, a bullshit, a bullshit, a bullshit.
Didn't you say that you was gonna win multiple championships? I mean, if they're not that important, then why'd you get up on stage with Miami and say this?
Not one championships.
Not two.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. Hey, and when I say that, I really believe it.
And why, after 2016, you won that championship, you said this?
that one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
You said that one right there made me the greatest. You didn't say that made us the greatest team of all time. That would have been respectable. That would have been humble to be like, that made us the greatest team of all time. We beat a 73-9 team. I'm so proud of these guys. Might have even inspired y'all to win back-to-back. But you didn't do that. You took all the credit after winning what? A championship. Not your 4th regular season MVP. Not after making a 19th All-Star or All-NBA team or any of that. You didn't say that when you won other awards. You said that after you won a championship. So miss me with the nonsense.
You sit here and tell me, you know, Allen Iverson and Charles Barkley and Steve Nash, you know, are fucking wasn't unbelievable. Like, oh, they can't be talked about or discussed with these guys is because this guy won 1 ring or won 2 rings or won, like, it's just weird to me. It's like saying Peyton Manning can't be in the same room with Brady or Mahomes because he only has 1 ring. They don't never discuss that in their sport.
Right.
It's a lie! It's a lie!
Or telling me that Dan Marino is not the greatest slinger of all time. Or he can't be in the room with those guys because he didn't win a championship. Barry Bonds never won a World Series.
So.
Barry Bonds was also on that Balco. That new juice. PEDs.
You can't sit here and tell me that he's not the greatest baseball player to ever touch a bat. I don't understand where it came from. I don't know where it started.
All right, so summarize this video. The reason why LeBron James is making this fuss is because he wants to be known as the greatest. He doesn't just want to be one of the greatest of all time. He wants to be known as the greatest because guys have him at number 2. The majority of mainstream media has him at that number 2 spot. So for him to sit here and act like the mainstream media and mainstream people don't say that you're an all-time great, even though you have less championships than Magic Johnson, Kareem, Jordan, Bill Russell, like several guys, Tim Duncan, even though you have less rings than those guys, people still put you as an all-time great. They just don't have you at number 1. We already know rings ain't the end-all be-all because I put Bird over you. You and Steph Curry got the same amount of rings. Yet most people have you ranked above him. So when has it been this? You want to be known as the greatest. That's your real gripe, because what you're saying is nonsensical. And this whole thing, Barry Bonds and Tom Brady, they never say that elsewhere. Yes, they do. We have the same type of debates in all sports. You're just obsessed with being the GOAT. And you know your rings are Fugazi. That's why Kevin Durant felt empty after he won his, because he took a shortcut. And that's what you did. You took a shortcut. So guys, they take a shortcut. It's like, dudes, man, being a billionaire ain't all that. You inherited it. Like, it's a son of a billionaire talking about being a billionaire ain't that hard. You know, all you gotta do is believe in yourself and you'll make it. You'll be like, dude, when did you ever have to believe in yourself and struggle to make it? It's easy for you to say. You always had that cushion. You had billions of dollars. Same thing with LeBron James. He's playing with house money. There's always an excuse. Every one of his failures has an excuse attached to it. Every one of his shortcomings have an excuse attached to it. His fan base are going to always make him the little engine that could, so that when he fails, it's like, oh my God, what did you expect? And when he succeeds, they'll be like, how did he do it? You don't know what it's like. You have never had that real pressure on you. Your fan base are going to defend your failures. Just like they did this last year. They did all that bragging. They got online. Oh my goodness, LeBron James, 40 years old. Oh my God, no other player in NBA history has done this. Gets bounced in the first round and they bring up his age. They did it the year before that and the year before that. Oh, you must have forgot his age. Like they're going to always defend you. I've never seen an NBA player get defended like this. To this degree, where every one of your failures is always going to have a caveat. 2011, we didn't have the complimentary guys. 2007, we didn't have the pieces. 2014, Dwayne Wade's knees was hurting and Chris Bosh wasn't the same. 2015, Kyrie and Kevin Love were hurt. 2017, they had a way better team. Jordan never faced a team like that. 2018, our team was depleted. It's a miracle we even made it there. 2020, oh my God, that's the hardest championship ever. 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, it's been your age. You've never had to be held accountable for your failures. So you never learned from them. You never had the growing pains. You don't know what it's like to actually earn $1 billion, to actually earn that money, to have those failures, to go through those ups and downs, to build chemistry with the same unit of guys and run it back again and again. You don't know that feeling at all. Neither does Kevin Durant. You don't know what it's like to have a team that you built yourself, where the guys got drafted on your team and you made the best of it. Where you took journeymen and turned them into champions. You've won only with superstars. You have some of the greatest players of all time have played on your team and won championships. Dwight Howard didn't make the top 75, but you still see him getting love. Kyrie Irving didn't make the top 75. Klay Thompson didn't make the top 75. They won championships, and they didn't make them win make it the top 75. I know Dwight Howard got his in LA with you. Kyrie got one before the top 75. He got one with you. Didn't make the list. Chris Bosh didn't make the list. So that's also true too. But they don't mean they're not great players. What about the dudes that played on your team? Do you stand up for them and be like, nah, Chris Bosh was that dude, and I needed him to win a championship? Kyrie was that dude. I needed him to win a championship. I needed these guys. So then if you're speaking in that breath to understand it's a team accomplishment, then 2016 couldn't have made you the GOAT, because it's a team accomplishment. You can't have it both ways. You can't take all the credit and say, I'm the greatest because of this championship, and then say that championships don't matter, because that means 2016 doesn't matter. I don't want to hear about it anymore, because championships don't matter. That didn't make you the greatest, because championships don't matter. Keep that same energy. If that's the way that you want it, we can judge off of other criteria and you would still lose the debate. Because you don't have better footwork than MJ. You don't have better mid-range. You don't have better ball handling skills. You guys are about the same when it comes to passing. Both of y'all know how to read the court and find guys open and get assists. He can steal the ball better than you. He's a better shot blocker than you. He's better on defense than you. All around. He's a better all-around player than you. You got the edge and rebounds. But you don't block more shots than them. You're not a better on-ball stealer. Not a better on-ball player or off-ball defender. Or player. You have to have the ball in your hands. You're an all-time great player. But there's other measurements. Footwork. Post-game. It's a lot of things that MJ and other players are better than you at. Magic Johnson is a superior passer. He's the greatest passer of the ball ever. Lots of guys better than you. Lots of guys that have made records. John Stockton to become the greatest point guard of all time because he has the assists and steals record. He's number one in both. 2 categories, and it still didn't make him the GOAT. You think it's because of rings? He didn't have a dynasty, but we still recognize him as an all-time great player. So that's my point. LeBron James rings are Fugazi. And when you haven't earned what you have, and it's been given to you, or you took a shortcut to get it. If I know I did all types of scams and all that to get people's money to become a millionaire or a multi-millionaire or whatever, it's not going to feel the same as if I actually went out here, started a business, marketed it, and everybody loves my product and it's helping and bettering the world. It's going to feel different. You scammed your way to championships. So it's not going to feel the same as Michael Jordan or Magic Johnson or Larry Bird or Tim Duncan or Kobe or any of those guys that actually built dynasties. It's not going to feel the same as Curry. You know all your championships came from you recruiting other franchise players to your team. Anyway, y'all tell me your thoughts in the comment section. Like, subscribe. And if you really enjoy my content, share it.